First of all, I want to welcome the leadership of the World Jewish Congress, my friend Ronald Lauder, and all of the Israeli board as well, who are doing excellent work, and my colleagues on the dais. And I want to tell you that your organization is well felt. It has a clear impact and influence on Jewish affairs as well as on affairs that are related to Israel issues around the world, and I commend you for your activities and for your support. Indeed, there are many challenges in this generation, and WJC is at the forefront of meeting those challenges. Right now, we, as you know all too well, 2 weeks to the elections, so we're also busy slightly with asking the people to vote for the right party. And I apologize that my time constraints are so much that I won't be able to be here for too long. I understood that Defense Minister Barak spoke about the operation itself, so I won't bore you with additional material, although it's a fascinating issue. I'm working as part of the PR and Hasbara campaign on behalf of Israel throughout the operation as well, but also now, parallel to the humanitarian efforts, to expose and explain what we've found and what we've seen, and on each and every topic to give an answer. I've been approached on a daily basis, almost on an hourly basis, let's say, by distinguished media channels with a question. Why did you demolish this building? Why did you deal with that area? Why was this area bombarded? And so on and so forth. And I must tell you that the answers of the Army are well explained and well based and well founded. And a lot of our lessons from previous rounds of war and battles have been disseminated throughout the process. And we will work with jurists, with experts, with military experts, and with data on the ground that has been depicted. Soldiers went into the battlefront with cameras on their helmets and depicted each and every site of where battles went and where houses were demolished and where infrastructure was found aiding Hamas infrastructure as well. One item which was less mentioned, I understood, during Barak's speech was the issue of the home front. In my capacity as Minister of Welfare and Social Affairs, I can tell you that the home front this time functioned incredibly well. The home front was prepared. No more have we seen the signs of NGOs, philanthropists, and private individuals and well-wishers take over control. The municipalities were managed by mayors and regional councils heads, backed by the government. In each city you'd go into the local emergency bunker, you would see the local home front commander with the new representative of the new emergency authority, which was established following the Lebanon war, working together with all departments of the municipality. A missile would land, God forbid. In 2 seconds, a whole team would arrive at the site. First of all, psychologists and social workers wearing their titles, treating the people on the spot, of course, emergency services, medical services. Thereafter, surveyors and police, the surveyors on behalf of the tax commissioner to give the people the assistance that whatever was damaged, they'll be paid instantaneously. Within an hour and a half, the sites were empty and clean, and we gave a sense of confidence throughout the chain of command, even in the way we explained issues to people, by the way people spoke on television, without disclosing secret information, without telling the enemy where the missile landed. A lot of the lessons were learned. We spoke less, we bragged less, and we did more. And this is something that we're very proud of. Another one of the issues that was dealt with by the Ministry of Defense, by Barak and by Matan Vilnai and the whole team, in supervision by the government. Now I was allotted the task of coordinating the humanitarian relief efforts. there is, of course, the question, why do you need to deal with it? And the answer, I think, especially in such a forum, is that it's not only is an issue to justify ourselves, it's an issue of moral codes that we've always been attached to and linked to. It runs deep in our hearts. We fight the enemy, we'll fight him to the bitter end, but we will extend our warm and compassionate arm to help people who are under distress, especially as it is intertwined. Yes, it's true. The enemy operated from within civilian terrain and has used the civilians as their shield. And sometimes they were part of it. But nonetheless, there is a grave humanitarian suffering, which we, Israel, are keen to assist in. And therefore, the efforts are manifold, and I'd like to say something about it so that you guys, when you go back to your communities, you'll be aware of it. Because it's a topic that is interfaces with you in your communities because of the media effect of things that are seen from Gaza, because of questions raised, because of the interlinkage between that and anti-Semitism as well. First of all, you ought to know that many agencies in the Israeli government are involved in this effort. There is an international convoy of planes that has been delivering aid in the last few days to the Gazan people. We've helped receive it, switch it straight to Gaza. We cooperate with governments, we cooperate with NGOs and humanitarian agencies of the UN and the like. We've opened a special emergency center where we operate with all of these organizations together on everything around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to solve each and every problem. We have made a special effort in increasing the level of truckloads that goes into Gaza. We've reached the peak that the consumption of trucks in Gaza can absorb, around 150 trucks a day. We've opened passages and entrance points and checkpoints. We've enabled grain and basic foodstuffs to go in. We've recovered the electricity grid fully. We are helping to recover sewerage and water centers and water treatment and water systems and utilities. We are on an ongoing scale delivering in fresh agrarian agricultural products. And most importantly, on the medical field, we've opened Israeli hospitals as much as possible to any Palestinian who needs it. Unfortunately, the Palestinians made a point of not enabling a lot of their people to go in as much as they would want. We've opened an emergency hospital at the Erez crossing by Magen David Adom, a beautiful little hospital. We've enabled medical groups and doctors from NGOs such as Médecins Sans Frontières to go into Gaza, to operate there, to establish provisional hospitals. Today, a big Jordanian prefabricated hospital is being shipped in with 250 crew. And therefore, we are trying to help in all of the humanitarian array of issues. We work with the UN. The UN Under-Secretary, Mr. John Holmes, was here. He will present a report within 3 days on the exact needs, the technical needs of the Gazan population in the humanitarian sense. Right now, in the UN compounds, there are 20,000 displaced people without shelter. I'm saying this because it is something important. Whilst we fought the enemy, whilst we showed that we are determined to uproot his capabilities, whilst we defended 1 million Israelis in shelters, we always remember that there are human beings out there that we need to be compassionate towards, and definitely it is something that we are presenting and trying to show the world as things, of course, emerge by the media reports from Gaza, which try to embarrass us. Although I tell you outright, we have answers to each and every claim. So all in all, I think Israel has shown incredible resilience, incredible innate strength, incredible unity of the people. I believe that one of the major challenges that we have, of course, in the aftermath of this war or this operation is the question of how do we help our sisters and brothers in Jewish communities around the world against an increased wave of anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli attacks, which is combined with both Muslim militants and extremists, as well as with left-wing radical groups, which tries to undermine Israel, equate it with Holocaust and the like. This is something important. I hope your deliberations will deal with it. We definitely would like to cooperate with you in meeting this challenge together. I want to thank you very much, and I will be happy to answer some questions if you want to. Feel free.